Attorney, I look forward to prosecuting him to the fullest extent of the law.
There was also a woman shot multiple times in Stockton last year who is believed to be an additional victim. She did survive. Investigators are still trying to figure out why a driver suddenly plowed her car into a crowded taco stand in Pomona last night. A man was killed, about a dozen people injured, some of them critically. CBS 2's Nicole Comstock has more from the scene of that tragic crash.
Police say a 26-year-old woman from Pomona was traveling eastbound on Holt near Dudley onto the opposite side of the road out here, hopping a curb and slamming head-on into all of the people who were standing around at this roadside taco stand.
Witnesses say the car was going fast when it slammed into the stand and the people standing around it. Police say the driver ran away after the crash, but later turned herself in and is now under arrest. It's not clear yet whether she might have been under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or if there were other factors involved. Rising mortgage rates taking a toll on home prices.
Whether you're buying a home or hoping to refinance, maybe use some of your equity, it's become much more expensive, meaning less people jumping into the market and thus less demand. Mike Fratantoni is chief economist at the Mortgage Bankers Association. He said,
to refinance, that volume has dropped about 86%. For those looking to buy a home, in the week ending October 7th, we were down 39% compared to the same week last year.
He says his group is most concerned about economic weakness over the next 6 to 9 months, and that may actually keep mortgage rates from moving much higher than they are today. In fact, the Mortgage Bankers Association is forecasting that a year from now, rates will likely be lower. Chris Sedens, KNX News 97.1 FM.
It's now 10 days in a row of lower gas prices across Southern California. Another 5-cent drop in LA County sent the average cost of regular gas down to $6.16 a gallon. That's a drop of almost 6 cents in Orange County, too. That put the average there at $6.03. Prices down 5 to 6 cents a gallon in the Inland Empire, San Diego, Ventura counties. And the Auto Club says it expects the current downward trend to continue for a while, thanks largely to more refineries coming back online after maintenance shutdowns. Coming up in just about 3 minutes, President Biden on to help people get out to vote for Democrats. More on that coming up for you in just a short while. But first,
this is KNX News.
We're checking traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here's Lou Stowers.
Yeah, I can't imagine how excited I was when I paid under $6 a gallon for a gallon of gas.
Oh my gosh! Well, I just passed one on the way to work this afternoon that was still right around 7.
Man, yeah, we'll have a parade. Let's go to Commerce, where they're not having a parade on the 5 South at Slauson. A ladder is stuck in the slow lane. Look out! Don't swerve around it because it's so wet out there. Don't run over it either, but don't. Let's go to Pasadena, northbound side of the 110 at Marmion Way. There's a minivan stalled in the slow lane. On the 5 South at the 210 East, look out for a 2-vehicle crash, and everything is over on the right shoulder. And in Irvine, on the 5 South at Jeffrey Road, a car into the center divider, and there are injuries involved in this one. Still seeing some slowing in the downtown LA area, especially at the 4-level interchange. Northbound side of the 101 through the downtown LA slot is slow. And it's slow because of the traffic on the northbound side of the 110 merging on the 101. And traffic is starting to ease up on the 101 South between, let's call that Beverly Boulevard and the 4-level interchange. Next report is coming up at 11:45 in the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
Change your temperatures. Okay, let's look at those. We're talking right now in Chino. We're at 61 degrees. Rain falling in Garden Grove at 63. Downtown Los Angeles, 65. And now 64 in Sherman Oaks at 11:37.
Every year, we say we'll wake up earlier, exercise more, really rest, and eat healthier. It's hard for us, but for dogs, not so much. Dogs are up at dawn, sleep like champs, and they love eating fresh, healthy food every single meal.
Jaywalking.
Give your dog another healthy habit. Real fresh food from the Farmer's Dog. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/radio.
Greg wakes up at 5, gets the coffee going for his wife, and goes for a run. He showers and puts on Dove Men Plus Care. By 7, he's doing school drop-off and headed to work. Later, as he grills dinner for the family, he thinks,
Another
fresh and dry, thanks to Dove Man Dry Spray.
Dove Mint Flush Care Dry Spray for 48-hour freshness. Goes on instantly dry. Clean feel all day.
It's coming Friday night, February 17th, to the SAP Center. Pacific Concert Group presents one of the biggest Valentine's Super Love Jam concerts ever. Starring the Brothers, the Isley Brothers, plus Genuine, Blackstreet, the Jets, Denise Williams, and Evelyn Champagne King. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or the box office. The Valentine's Super Love Jam with the legendary Isley Brothers. Friday night, February 17th at the SAP Center for the PacificConcertGroup.com.
The 39 at KNX News 97.1 FM. The Commander-in-Chief wrapping up visits as Campaigner-in-Chief over the last several days.
President Biden wrapped up his West Coast swing. Final stop in Oregon, touting his legislative victories, including the Inflation Reduction Act.
There's a lot in here that lowers the everyday cost for middle-class families to be able to make it.
Mr. Biden's trip caps a 4-day stretch where he keyed in on his administration's work so far. As the clock ticks with the midterm elections a few weeks away, and power on Capitol Hill hanging in the balance.
That's the CBS News correspondent Scott Henry. As the midterms elections get closer, former President Barack Obama will also be hitting the campaign trail on behalf of Democrats, and former President Donald Trump also expected to hit the road to rally Republicans. We're learning more about the Denver Nationals in North Carolina on Thursday. 5 people were killed, including the alleged shooter's brother. Reporter Release Preston says there's still no apparent motive as to why the 15-year-old opened fire in this quiet southern community.
The Wake County District Attorney announced plans to pursue charging the teen suspect as an adult, but did not specify the charges he would face.
This would have been different if this young man, for whatever reason, did not have access to these weapons.
Vice President Kamala Harris tweeted about the tragedy, urging Congress to pass an assault weapons ban.
Suspect was hospitalized in critical condition from a gunshot, self-inflicted. A violent week with 2 officers dying in Connecticut is a grim sign as targeted killings of police arise.
Organizations that track violence against police say 56 officers have been killed by gunfire so far this year. That number is up 14% from this time last year and from October of 2020. The country is on to approach or surpass other top annual totals of recent years, including 73 in 2011 and 67 killed in 2016. I'm Shelley Adler.
Regions of southern Ukraine that Russian President Vladimir Putin illegally annexed are seeing more heavy fighting. Ukrainian soldiers pressed a ground campaign to recapture one, and Russian forces exploded long-range missiles and Iranian-made drones in another on Saturday. Ukraine's power grid operator said a missile strike also seriously damaged a key energy facility in Ukraine's capital region. Following mounting setbacks, the Russian military has worked to cut off power and water in far-flung populated areas while also fending off Ukrainian counterattacks in occupied or partially occupied areas. After a Russian missile attack in this one city, the local hospital medic put a small Ukrainian flag on the broken windshield of his heavily damaged car. It's 11:41. Give you an update. The Dodgers are going home for the winter. They lost 5-3 to San Diego tonight in the decisive game that sent them home in the National League Division Series. The Padres now in the National League Championship Series. Final score again tonight was 5-3.
We love lazy Sunday mornings in bed. The paper, fresh coffee.
I make the coffee.
When it's time to buy a new mattress, we wanted to choose from a big selection.
And we found it at Sleepwear.
Now, Sunday mornings are more comfortable than ever.
Although, I still have to make the coffee.
Find your mattress story at Mancini Sleep World and get a free mattresses. Save big on our huge selection of Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Beauty Rest, and more. Come into any of our Bay Area stores or visit Sleep